This is the second part of the THERMOMIX 5 manual, and we are picking up from how to work with THERMOMIX. Of course, now I have a much more experience with that. It's been almost a month and a half that I have been dealing with this, and they have a new THERMOMIX now. They have announced a new THERMOMIX, the THERMOMIX 6. This is a whole new story. I would like to discuss it in another video though. Let's go on with the how to work with the THERMOMIX, and we see that the screen, it has the menu, which is unfolding a list with other options. We have the time. It's a timer. We can regulate that with the round button, and sometimes it's automatic, depends on if we follow the recipe or not. We have the temperature of the cooking, which is going, I think, up to 120 degrees or something. But after that, it also enables aroma, which is the steaming procedure. And then we have the speed of the mixing, how fast the blades will move, with what force the blades will move. It's from 0 to 10, and it has halves. So it's 3.5, 4.5, etc. We have the home button. We go back to home, scale. So if we're not in a recipe, or even if we are in a recipe and want just to scale something, to put and find out the weight of an ingredient, we have the specific button here. And these are modes that we can, I think we can use them for making bread, for making the dough for the bread, or making the turbo mode. I haven't used it much because actually I haven't used it at all except for making bread or pizza dough. So I cannot say more about this function. And here, this is right and left function. So the blades are spinning clockwise and counterclockwise. Some recipes, they need not to have the blades cutting edge. So we turn it to counterclockwise, which is the left. And we also do that when we clean the pot where the mixture has been into. Some more warnings in German, which I will explain using the icons here. When we transport the THERMOMIX, we always have to find the option where it's closing the handles and it's keeping the pot steady. It has a specific option here, and then it says that when we are using the steaming option, I don't know if it says that exactly, but I'm guessing from the icon here, from the design, from the drawing, that we don't completely cover the cup, the top, the lid, which has some openings to let the steam out. Now, what I have been doing here, because the THERMOMIX is sitting underneath the cupboard, and when it's steaming, all the steam goes to the cupboard base. So I am using towels, one towel actually. I just cover a few of the back openings of the lid, but it's 1/3 of them. The rest of the openings, they are open so the steam can come out. What is important is that no water or steam should evaporate in the backside of the THERMOMIX, where there is a filter. We will see that. All right, here we have the explanation about how to use the scale here, the kitchen scale. And of course we have to continuously zero it, because sometimes we take the top off, we take the lid off, the small lid off, we take the big lid off, it has to be careful. We have to be careful when we scale the new ingredients. It has happened to me that I had some ingredients already inside. I had to follow the next step, but for me it's convenient to take off both lids of the mixing pot, so automatically it changes the weight of everything. Then I have to zero the scale and weight the new and put under measurement of the new ingredient. More information in German. Another warning. I'm telling you guys, this book is all warnings and advices. Okay, this should be important, but I cannot say exactly what it says. Now there is a lovely mechanism of closing. The handles are turning and are keeping the top firm down, which is also keeping firm the pot. More warnings. I'm guessing is this about the temperature, yes? So 37 degrees and 120 cook. But after the 120 degrees, when you go to the super top of the temperature, you go to the aroma function, which is super hot, quick and super hot to use the steam, and I love it. And there you go, this is the aroma function. We also have this, you see this icon? Yeah, this is funny. We will have some recipes where you have to use that and mix. You just put the spatula on top, from the top opening, and you just keep it there. So when the mixer is using the slow speed, because you see this function comes with a very slow speed, you also mix the top of the mixture. This is for making puree and mixing in general, and this is why we have probably the turbo mode. Turbo is coming up, never used that. So when you press this button, this is what you see. You see turbo and dough type. And the turbo mode has specific times. It's controlled by time. I've never used it, and I hope I will never do that because it's very loud. It should be very loud. My kitchen is small and the noise is incredible. Of course, we have the clockwise and counterclockwise function. The dough mode, making pizza, bread, anything. It's great, but you can also do it by hand. This is for sure. I'm not doing it all the time by using this machine. Okay, making the dough by hand is nice. All right, here we have the menu and more warnings and advices. ThermoMix menu. The menu will take you to your favorite receipts, to the receipts, and here you have this connection of the Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's an attachment. Then you have automatic recipes. Then you have the transport safety. Always to remember the transport safety. You can save some favorite from some favorite receipts, recipes. I'm sorry, recipes from the Cookie Do website. If you have an account and a subscription there, and they will be synchronized and shown here in their recipes. I never confuse recipes with receipts, but since I'm living in Germany, all the Germans say recipes are receipts because they translate it from their word. And of course you have the search for the recipes either by category or alphabetically. And you have the last cooked recipe if you want to check it again. Bread, this is the, when we open the recipe, or when we are in this mode before we open the recipe, we have this button there which is opening more options regarding the recipe. For example, this. You see, we have variations, we have tips, this, and we can put it in favorite. So this thing is what it's doing there. I think I've already said that in the previous video, right? So here I think we have the parallel steps or something like that. I don't know why. Automatic recipes. Automatic recipes, we just, I'm not sure if I ever used an automatic recipe. But it is what it is. You put everything inside and the ThermoMix is doing the rest. We don't have to regulate anything. It's not complicated. Probably they are not complicated recipes. Transport safety, settings, and something else.